Hey guys, this is Simon Sage from Mobile Nations. We're at GDC 2014 with Brian from Phoenix Fire, and he's got a really great game called Gates of Osiris. It's very sci-fi, right, Brian?
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the kudos on the game. Yeah, it is a sci-fi game. For those of you who aren't aware, I used to work at Blizzard on StarCraft Ghost, and always wanted to do something in the sci-fi kind of realm. And a huge fan of Starship Troopers. So this is kind of like a dream come true project. I have always wanted to do something like this. I'm now teaming up with Unity and Qualcomm to bring this to the market. We're hoping to have it out by E3 this year.
Oh, cool. All right, well, let's take a look.
So here we are inside of the garage. Now you are on one of these distant moons. Let me back out here for a second. The game is called Gates of Osiris, and the reason is because Osiris is this gas giant right here. It's a giant planet that has all these different moons around it. And the reason for the significance of that is because Earth has long been, just devoid of any kind of resources, and humans have had to leave that and scratch a living off of some of these other planets, other areas of the world. So humans are now a nomadic race, and if you are aware of any mythology of ancient Egypt, Osiris is god of the underworld. So it's a little, a little dark and foreboding, if you will. And so anyway, the gates are all the different moons of the underworld, and Osiris being the, the king of all of that. So here you are in your base. This is inside of your garage. This is your vehicle right here that you're primarily controlling. You'll be able to upgrade and change out your, your weaponry and all that kind of stuff. We're still early on, so we don't actually have that functionality in yet. But you see over here, you got a couple of service droids. Those are the vehicles that could go out, and you'll be able to control them and send them to go and fix your base, upgrade your base, all that kind of stuff. You'll also be able to see other parts of the interior of your base structure. So anyway, once you're done kind of upgrading and gassing up your vehicle, you can kind of go and see what missions you have. This is eventually going to be a map where you could explore different parts of the world or the moon that you're on. But let's just go to the Eco Station right now. Eco Station is where you have all of your fundamental machinery. So you have your power generator, your biodome to create oxygen, you have your comm satellite, and some other machinery here that you need to protect. So it's touchscreen controls. You have thumbstick on the left. You have aim on the right. Be able to look around here. You see everything here is normal mapped. The ground, the rocks. We have real-time reflections on everything. We're doing this cool thing with the vehicle lighting, where if you go into shadow, the vehicle actually accepts the shadow. So just some nice little stuff there. This is being developed with the Unity game engine. We see the Osiris planet up there in the sky. But anyway, I'm looking at my radar up here in the upper left, and looks like I got some creatures coming in. The creatures are going to start destroying parts of my base, and it's my job as the hero to go and seek these guys out. So here's what we call the crab monster, and he's not friendly. He's just going to, right now he's just kind of standing there. He's going to be a lot more vicious when the game is done, but he's going to just spit at me right now with this acid, and I'm just going to start removing some of his limbs here and not, cutting them down to nothing. He's a bug, and he's ugly, and he needs to be destroyed immediately. Okay, so then there's these other guys here. These are the beetles. Not the Fab Four, but the other kinds of ugly-looking beetles that don't sing songs. But anyway, they are working on destroying my biodome, and I'm just going to come in here and extinguish these guys as much as I can. See, my biodome is on fire. What I'll eventually be able to do is come over here to one of these docking stations. You see it says Biosphere Lab. I could then, go and send out my service droid to come over here and fix that up for me. Looks like I got a fire leaking out on my comm satellite too. Let's see what. Oh, and here's my welcoming party. So I'm gonna start cutting on these guys. Now we have two enemy types right now. You can see the crab monster coming at me. Has a pretty sinister walk, which is kind of cool. all procedurally animated actually through programming. I'm going to switch over to missile mode and made short work of those guys. So the missiles are pretty powerful, which they should be, right? Because they're missiles. And they're explosive, and these guys are just made out of, whatever insects are made out of, so they're destroyable. There's another one. So you're in this sort of tank kind of thing, and one thing that's kind of cool about it is you could go and sort of sniper your way around here. So you could, should be able to, okay, that's a bug, he should have been destroyed. Okay, yeah, he was destroyed there. Oh, it looks like I'm out of missiles. Oh, crap. Switch back to gun. So I'm going to just knock him down. Yeah, sometimes he has these ragdoll limbs that come off of him, which are just kind of cool. So anyway, in this version of the game, we just have enemies constantly spawning because this is the GDC build that just has lots of action and whatnot. But what we're eventually going to do is there will be events that sort of just happen as you play this game. It's a perpetual game that is always sort of changing and cultivating as you play it. So you're going to want to come back to it all the time and see what the condition of your base is and everything. Anyway, I'm going to hightail it back to my my garage because I am out of armor. And the garage girl is going to be very upset with me because I've completely destroyed the vehicle. So she'll probably give me an earful, which I want to put in, like some voice acting and stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. What did you do to this thing? What did you do to my truck? That kind of stuff. Anyway, go and fix it up. Go back out there. And one thing that's kind of neat about this game is we have this time of day change. So when you, just like in real life, there's different weather, that you experience from the, even going to the same locations or whatever. It's not always a sunny day, unless you live in Orange County where it's sunny every day. But if you don't, sometimes you get, mist and kind of a dusty vibe like this. So it just kind of changes things up. And what we want to do is make the creatures kind of respond to this. So at like nighttime, if it's really dark, we could have the creatures maybe get more aggressive or something in that sort of a situation. If it's really bright, maybe they stay more in the shadows or something. So yeah, there's a lot of other features that I'd love to kind of get into and talk about, but I don't want to overpromise too much. Sure. We are just a two-man team. It's just me and my wife primarily working on this game. So and we want to have it out by summer. We are going to be showing this at PAX East in Boston next month, so come by and check us out.
So that's Gates of Osiris. It looks fantastic. Lighting effects are pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Oh, thank you for that. We're definitely working hard on it.
Good. You have any kind of time frame for release or pricing?
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking, a premium game. We don't want to nickel and dime people, all that kind of stuff. So we're thinking $4.99 at this point. Sure. Don't hold me to it.
Sure.
And this summer.
Okay.
So we'll see when Apple approves it, but it's going to be out on mobile first. And we want to do a PC version down the road that we're really excited about.
That's cool. All right, guys, we got lots more games coming from GDC 2014. Stick around.